Thank you for choosing our Patio Heat channel. I'm Steve. We provide tips and information to extend the enjoyment of your patio project. Our videos give you a knowledgeable overview prior to investing in your outdoor heating equipment. Whether you are a professional or owner-builder, we provide specific details for optimum heat coverage for your application. Post a comment or question, or for developed visual designs, send your request into designs@patioheat.com. We're here to work with you. For over 30 years, patio heating is the bedrock of our business, expressing what works best. Now let's get heating. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this covered patio area here. I'm going to go first into the overall dimensions that I have here. So the overall dimensions I have from the outside edge of this post to the structure over here, I have at 15 foot 1 inch. And then from this distance over here, from the post to the post over here, I have at 25 foot 1. And then I have a height of the bottom of these beams going across here. I have a total bottom height of that at 7 feet 4 inches off the finished floor. You can see there's some light fixtures. These may have to be moved. I'm not exactly sure where they are. Specifically, as far as how far back and what position they are, but in any case, I just want to let you know that I do see them, and that that might be something that we have to be concerned about. Go ahead and turn off those dimensions for right now, and then I believe I got some information about the distance between these beams right here. So you can see here I have that at 1 foot 9 inches, and so that's from the inside edge to the inside edge. Go ahead and turn that off, and then I think that's pretty much about it. Now, looking at the images that I received, it kind of appeared as if the seating positions are pushed off a little bit to the left here, or the outside edge of the patio deck, and I'm only assuming that because of the fact that there is a doorway over here, a sliding door over here, and that's an entry exit point. So I'm assuming that that's not somewhere that you're going to put the seating positions in. Not sure if this door comes out or is pushed in, but let's just go ahead and take note that there is a door over here. That's about it as far as the positions concerned that I see. I'm not quite sure of how many chairs are over here and how far out it goes, but this is kind of what I'm just showing for this particular application. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and look at what models we might put in here. These are slimline units, and the slimline units I have, these are 3,000 watt units. I have them placed at the bottom edge of this beam here and pointed straight down. And then as far as the position's concerned, let's go ahead and draw up that distance. So from this center point here, and actually this is for a different drawing here, and I'll show you that in a minute. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. We'll go from the center point here to this edge of the beam itself, and I think let's see, the best way of grabbing that would be something like this, and we'll go straight down here. And so you can see the center point I have at 3 foot 1 1/2 of an inch, and then from that center point to the other two heaters, I have that at 6 foot 6. And then from, we'll call this the center of the patio structure, I have that these two heaters to the center point here, I have that 4 foot 6. So that would be a total of 8 foot center to center on the units themselves. 9 foot center to center on the units themselves. And yeah, let's go ahead now. And so these are 3,000 watt units pointed straight down to the ground. And again, you can see that I have these offset so that we're not as close here as we are over here to the center point of the heater itself. But let's go ahead and look at the ray itself, and we'll go ahead and so the ray, you can see that it's covering the patio fairly decently, except that we're not hitting the entire space here on the left side, nor on the right side over here. So the total distance that you're going to really get, let's go and try this real quick, and let's see if we can pull this up here, and we'll get another distance of throw here. So this is roughly what the throw will be. Now, the difference between throws on these units is going to be something to do with the height. So this is an 18-foot throw from left to right here. But it'll have something to do with the height of the heater itself. The closer to the ground the heater is, so if I just took this heater for instance and pulled it down slightly, let's go ahead and try this here. You can see that down below where the ray is hitting the ground, it gets smaller and smaller because this is a light source. Infrared light is something that's invisible to the human eye. However, it is a light source, and as it goes down closer and closer to the to an object, it gets tighter and tighter. It also gets hotter and hotter. So that's kind of what will dictate as far as the distance across and how much heat source you'll get. And so the lower it goes, the less intense of a unit that you would be looking for. You could go with a 4,000 watt unit on these applications that I'm showing. However, you'd probably want a control system so that on cooler days you can have more intense heat, but on a warmer day you can turn that pressure down, or that intensity down, so that you're more comfortable depending on what that temperature is. Let's go ahead and turn off these distances here, and give me 1 second. I'm gonna just change some of these here, and there we go. All right, so that is 4 of the 3,000 watt or 4,000 watt with control systems. Let's go ahead and look at a different option. A different option would be something like this, where we are placing the units between these rafter beams. And you can see here I have 4 units, and I would probably go with a 4,000 watt unit on these because they're approximately 6 inches higher. And so I think they're about 7.5 inches is the height I think these rafters or these beams are. But in any case, we want to make sure that we are meeting the clearances above the heater in this particular case, where we have the unit itself is 5 inches wide, or 5 inches from here to here, and then we have the clearance at 6 inches on all 4 sides basically. And so we need to make sure that we have that total clearance for the unit itself, hanging down from the top here, and that should be no issue with regards to all 4 units like this. Let's go ahead and turn that off, and we're going to go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. Although you can see that I've off-centered these units, and if we go from this point here in the center to again this point here, I'll go ahead and look at what that is. We have 4'7" and 3/4 inch to the center point of the heater itself, and I'm going to turn that off and then look at the footprint of heat. And you can see here that our coverage is fairly decent. Again, we're getting more of the total length going left to right here, but we're still not covering about 5.5 feet this direction over here. So this position and this position are kind of in that realm of are we going to cover that space up well or not. And I would have to say obviously this space not, and this space would be okay. Infrared light wave does bend and stretch as it travels through space. So you will feel some of the warmth over here, but you're going to feel the majority of it as long as you're inside that ray itself. It's kind of like, you know, on a sunny day, let's say, and you were standing here, let's say in the sunlight itself, you would feel the warmth of the sun. The air temperature all around has not changed. So the air temperature, let's just say, is 65 degrees, something in that nature. And then you feel the warmth of the sun standing right here. And then you walk over here into the shadow. All of a sudden you feel the difference of the no intensity of the sunlight ray, the infrared portion of the sunlight ray penetrating your body, so you don't feel as warm as you would over here. Well, the same is true with the infrared light wave heaters. These are Infratech Slimline 4000 watts. If you're not in the ray, you're not going to feel the warmth of the light itself. Again, infrared is invisible to the human eye, so you won't physically, or you won't visually see these rays coming down. It will be more like this, but you will feel it. So this might be a good application here. And, you know, we could, you know, I know this particular customer had mentioned, you know, possibly only using 3 units. So if we took this unit here and we just moved it a little bit further over, and then we did the same with this here. We took this and moved it, let's say, over to approximately over here. You can see the coverage is still decent. However, you know, we're missing these locations over here and over here. So that's why I didn't choose that to begin with. And then also, you know, this being the center point of the patio, it would have to be off-centered in order for it to fit between the beams going across. So that's why I kind of like that idea that I showed here earlier with the heaters in this fashion here. All right, and we'll go ahead and look at the final possibility, and that is going to be having 6 units going down this same, you know, kind of distance here. If I think it's let's get this up here, and yeah, you can see, you know, 3 feet 1 1/2 an inch to the center point to this edge over here, 6 feet 6 inches to 6 feet 6 feet to center. And I probably didn't move the other one around like I wanted to, so it should probably be 6 foot center to center on the other batch of 4, I believe. But here, yeah, you can see that this is going to be probably the best application of them all, where you're getting a full coverage of nearly the entire patio, with the exception of this position over here. And again, I would probably, because of the height of the application as well as the distance apart, you'd probably be able to go with a 3000 watt unit. But again, a 4000 watt unit with a control panel would be the most optimal type of application. But it depends on, you know, what your budget is, and, you know, whether you're looking to have those kind of controls available. So also, just to look here, you know, we're still not hitting this particular seat right here, but let's just say, you know, on those cooler days, you just take the 3 seam positions and table and move it in, and now you're in that warmth. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. And please, if you would tap the like button, it would really help us out and would also help others find our channel. And we truly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Have an excellent day.